Hi guys, good afternoon. Welcome back once again to the EdWord. I'm your host Eddie, and in today's video I'll be doing my episode review for the most recent episode of Scream, the TV series, which premiered earlier this week on Tuesday night on MTV. Very good episode. It answered a lot of questions and then introduced a whole bunch of new questions. Now, before I start talking too much and this video goes on for too long, please be warned that I will be discussing big spoilers. Big spoilers regarding tonight's Force of Habit, the most recent episode of Scream, the TV series. So if you're not caught up, if you're behind by one or two episodes, do not keep watching or listening, as I will be going into spoilers. You have been warned. That being said, we learned a lot about different characters in this most recent episode. For starters, Miss Lang, the teacher who was secretly recording various students, the Lakewood Six in particular, the one who was attacked by the killer in the stairwell and then was thrown down the stairs and got a nasty bump on the head, is alive and well, and she grew up with Piper in a girls' home just outside of Lakewood. So it confirmed my theory that Miss Lang had some kind of connection to Piper, whether they were friends or they were sisters or blood sisters, and from the looks of it, they grew up together, and Lang probably considered Piper a close sister, or just like a sister, as a fellow girl she grew up with. However, we don't know the extent of their relationship. We've just seen the photographic evidence showing that they grew up in the same shelter home together. Also, I had also theorized and speculated that the girl who had been antagonizing Emma this season and had been kind of a thorn in the side for our other characters, Haley Myers, it looks like she was in cahoots with the killer at some point. I wouldn't go as far to call her an accomplice, but she and the killer obviously helped put this little shindig together, this little face the mask party, and the killer decided that she was no longer necessary to his or her plans and gutted her, basically. And it was a really creepy scene how every stab, it would cut back to the music. It was like the stabbing was in rhythm with the music. It was like boom, 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 like people would be partying, yeah, stab, ooh, stab. It was very rhythmic, that scene. It was well put together. So I don't know how involved Haley actually was, but obviously she had some kind of relationship with the killer up until the point here she decided that they didn't need her anymore and they needed to kill somebody fresh. So that throws that theory out the window, that Haley was somehow a relative or a sister to Piper. She very well could have been. We don't know that, and we probably won't know that till the season finale when we find out who the killer is and why they're doing what they're doing. But obviously, Haley is no longer a suspect, as she's been brutally murdered. And Miss Lang, there's still a lot of questions about Miss Lang, but I don't know if she was actually doing any of the killing or not. It seems like she was just interested in gathering information on the people responsible for Piper's death. However, that remains to be seen. Finally, Noah got some, yeah, boy! That's so lame, I'm sorry. No, I'm just very happy for Noah finally got some. I'm like, God damn it took long enough. He spent all of season one, he almost got on with Riley, and then she died, and then he didn't have a chance after, and then this whole season, he and Zoe have been kind of doing a thing, and now they finally had a chance to do it, and oh God, it was so funny when she was going down on him, and he's like, oh, and he's reaching up, and he grabs a movie poster on his ceiling, and it said what was it, the Virgin Stabbard or something, or the Virgin Starboards or Starboard or something. I don't know. It was probably a fake poster, but it was hilarious. It was very symbolic because he ripped off the poster that said the Virgin Stabbard or whatever it was. He rips it off, and as they continue to have sex. So he finally got some. Way to go, Noah. Zoe is hot. Now here's the next problem. This leaves Zoe open to be the next victim, or she could be the killer masterminding this whole thing. After all, we clearly saw her email herself the audio file of Audrey's confession to Noah when he was accidentally recorded her when she confessed that she brought Piper to Lakewood. And obviously Emma and the rest of their friends have to deal with that as well. So things aren't too good between Emma, Audrey, and the rest of the gang at the moment. Although things seem to be getting very, very close and intimate for Gustavo and Brooke, who continues to have problems with her father, and he secretly hired Jake on the night he died to burn down his failed development that he was trying to build or something like that. Not entirely sure what the mayor's up to. He's up to shady stuff, but nothing along the lines of murder. He's just regular shady criminal activity. And Brooke and Gustavo seem to really be getting it on with each other. But this episode did not paint Gustavo, or Stavo, as his dad calls him, in a very positive light, because there's a lot of implication and hints throughout the entire episode that he is the killer, he's the one behind everything, and he's clearly got some serious issues because his friend accidentally died in a gun accident, and when the paramedics and his dad showed up on the scene, he was sketching his friend's dead, shot, blown through the head body and shit like that, and he was cool as a cucumber, as the sheriff put it. So Stavo's got some issues. I think it would be way too obvious if they revealed he's the killer. That would be too obvious. He's just creepy with some serious emotional problems. But I do not believe he's the killer. And if he is, I hope they have a good reason as to why he is. Got a little scared there towards the end of this episode where the killer was threatening Noah, since Noah's like my favorite character on the show. And I'm glad that we didn't see anything actually happen to him per se, but obviously the killer carried out the next step of their plan. It was, trying to make it look like Audrey and Emma threw this party where Haley got killed. Also, I saw some nice little Easter eggs and tidbits, and like an honorary throwback to past horror films. We saw like the scene where Stavo climbs through Brooke's bedroom window. It was extremely reminiscent of the first Scream movie where Billy crawls into Sydney's window in the opening scene of the first movie. And then later at the end of the episode, when the cops see Haley's corpse strung up by her wrists underneath the Face the Mask banner, extremely reminiscent to that scene in The Silence of the Lambs where Hannibal cannibalizes one of the prison guards and strings his corpse out like that with flaps of flesh, like ugh. So I noticed those little Easter eggs. I don't know if you guys did or not, but I thought those were pretty cool. So very, very good episode. Like I said, a lot of questions were answered and a lot of new questions took its place. But we're getting close to the end of the season. I think we've only got 3 or 4 more episodes to go. So we're going to find out who the killer is very soon. And I am very, very excited to that revelation as to who it is and why. So yeah, I'm excited and I hope you guys are too. Thanks again for watching this episode review here on the EdWord. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more review videos like this one as we continue to watch Scream Season 2, which premieres every Tuesday night on MTV. Check your local listings for times. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Check out my Facebook page in the description down below. I think you'll like what you see. Stay tuned for a couple more videos I'm going to be posting later today. And have a great one, you guys. And if I don't see you again, of course, until next time, may the Force be with you.